the broader and interesting philosophical question is, how do you square freedom of speech, which we all believe in, and these genocide denial laws? The question of whether you should have a law against genocide denial is answered differently in different countries. In America, which has never suffered a genocide other than perhaps to its Indian people, the First Amendment reigns. You can say anything unless you shout fire in a crowded theatre. In other words, unless you cause a public order problem, a stampede. In Europe, you want to understand that we've suffered occupation by the Nazis. We've suffered, in some cases, in Germany and Austria, for example, they were the Nazis. And that experience leads those countries to want to ban those who deny the undeniable. In Britain, we don't feel so strongly about it. We're more of the American persuasion. You can deny holocausts until you're blue in the face in Britain. However, these differences have to be ironed out at a basic level. And in Europe, the issue whether there's a guarantee of freedom of speech, and that guarantee is effective subject to the question of whether you are causing social disharmony, you are inciting public disorder, you have no freedom of speech to demean and diminish particular minorities. And I think that's the European test that Amal Clooney and I invited the court to adopt, that there is a point at which freedom of speech becomes harmful, and that is the point at which people are demonized or disturbed or harmed in some way by the use of those words. And Perinçek, of course, is a Turkish nationalist who is trying to appeal to his party in Turkey when he goes abroad and shouts genocide denial, and so he's a somewhat laughable figure. And you might say, well, he doesn't do any harm, he's just a crazy nationalist Turk. On the other hand, you might say that the harm that he does may not be to Armenians in Switzerland, where he actually used the words, but to Armenians back in Turkey, who are still being demonized and diminished by people who think like Perinçek.